heralded student-athletes Stephen Morrison and Joey Rozeski. Coach, if you don't mind opening up with some opening comments.
I guess to start things off, their kid Ferguson threw an unbelievable game. It's a really gutsy performance from him, throwing 153 pitches, and just I thought he threw a really great game. I thought Derek and Jimmy gave us a chance to win, and we had some guys that had big days at the plate, and two of those guys are sitting here right now.
And Coach, not a bad way to get your first win as a head coach in the regional, is it?
Well, kind of like our first wins down in Florida too. We're kind of reverting back to how we were at the beginning. I guess we had 5 or 6 come from behind victories on our spring trip, and hopefully some of that fire or magic or whatever it is starting to come back. And it's just a great team win.
All right. And what were you saying to the team whenever you guys were down 4-0? Was there any panic, or you guys knew that you were capable of coming back?
Well, we tell them to relax and relax and relax. Again, we had the comebacks earlier in the year, and then it died off a little bit, and just stick to our process is the only thing that we were trying to say, and just trust in what we're trying to do, and relax, and the game come to us.
All right, and Steven, you were part of that comeback. You got the big home run to get it 5-3. Just talk about that at bat, and how your offense was able to battle back.
He was throwing a lot of fastballs early in the count, and that's what my approach was, that certain at bat, and he threw a fastball. I was fortunate enough to put a good swing on it. But as we get going in the game, we change our approaches to, what pitches that we're seeing, and basically what type of pitches, and, where he's moving the ball. So, no, we weren't really panicking, but we were just kind of changing approaches, so.
Joey, big hit for you. You got the game-winning hit, your 4th hit of the game, up the middle. Just talk about that moment right there for you.
I was just trying to work the count, do whatever I can to help the team out, and I even said before I got out to the plate, I was like, if I get up here, I'm ending this game right here, and I did. But it was the help with our pitchers as well to keep us in the game the whole game through.
You were down to your last strike. Doug came out with a big hit there with 2 strikes. Talk about that at bat.
Just a senior doing a senior move, I guess. Sticking to what he knows and not being overwhelmed with the situation. He's had a few of those the past few weeks, and saw it well and put a good swing on it.
Talk about Tyler. He had 153 pitches, but Derek had 131. That's still up there too.
Yep.
And he settled in after the 5th inning. It was all zeros for him. Talk about how he was able to change his approach to help you guys get the win.
He's really been a workhorse for us all season. He threw quite a few innings in the conference tournament last week, so not on normal rest, and we didn't have him at quite 131 pitches, so I guess we'll have to yell at some of our chart keepers, but it just some guys it takes a little longer to get going. It took him a while to get used to the mound and get a feel for some of his off-speed stuff. They got to some of his better pitches early, so we just had to change things up and attack him from a different angle. He's very fortunate to throw 4 or 5 pitches, and just took him a while to settle in and find the right ones to get out a really good offensive LaRoche team.
Joey, not only the walk-off hit, but we're 4 for 5 for the game. Talk about your approach at the plate throughout. As facing a good pitcher the whole game, but you seem to be able to see what he was throwing pretty well.
Yeah. To start, my first at bat, he was throwing me all fastballs, so I was geared up for a fastball my first at bat, and then my second at bat was he threw me all curveballs and ended up getting me out. So then I had to change my approach throughout the game, and then later on he started mixing it up, and I just saw it well out of the hand and was able to find the holes.
Any other questions for Coach or the student athletes? Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.